Good morning, it's currently Monday and it is the last week before I go back to work, so I thought I would have a nice little reading week, see how much I can get read before I go back to work. I do tend to read quite a lot still when I'm at work, but not as much as I would like. 9 times out of 10 when I get home I sometimes feel quite drained and sometimes don't always feel like picking up my book. So I'm going to see how much I can read for the last week before I go back. I do tend to wait for the school holidays to actually get into multiple books, to be honest, just because I have more motivation when I'm off. I'm actually up quite early this morning, which is nice because I wanted to make sure I was up early before going back to work. Otherwise it will come as a very nasty shock when I've got to be up at 6 AM again, even though I've spent like 6 weeks getting up between like 7:30, 8. But it's been nice to get up early and get ready. I'm going to take Rocky out for a walk, have some breakfast and a coffee, and yeah, start my day. I've not got much planned today, to be honest. I think a little bit of tidying up around the flat and sort of the normal household boring stuff. And I do have a dance class tonight, but that's not until this evening, so I think I should be able to get plenty of reading done before any of that. So it's now almost midday and I've done all the tidying that I needed to get done. I've hoovered, dusted, walked the dog, got everything done. My grandparents came round as they've been doing my bathroom for me. Since I moved in last year, the bathroom and the kitchen all needed doing, all needed changing. So we're currently working on the bathroom. My granddad's been doing a fantastic job. So they've been round today, which has been nice, and I'm just waiting for my mum to pop round. We're going to walk the dog and then I'm going to come back and continue some reading, have a coffee, and I think sit and sort out the footage that's still on my camera that I need to put onto my iPad, so I've got some more camera space because it's currently completely filled up with my talking. See, I've had a really productive day so far. I love an early morning. I get on so much better in my day when I get up early. It's been a really nice, productive, sunny day. That is really hot. I'm going to import all the videos that I have on my camera onto my iPad as my camera is going to start running out of space. So yeah, that's what we're going to sit and do. Good morning, it is now Tuesday and I'm up nice and early again as I have a therapy session this morning, so I needed to get up early and get ready for that. And then apart from that, I've not really got anything else planned for today. I might go to the town after my session and go and sit in a cafe. I usually take my journal with me, so I might sit and have a coffee, do some writing and some reading. I didn't sleep great last night. I don't always have the best night's sleep before a therapy session. So yeah, I think I'm just going to take today as like a slow self-care kind of day. Do some nice things after my session, do some reflecting. Tends to make me feel a bit better. So I am finally back home. My therapy session went really well, actually. I went to the town, went and had a coffee, sat outside for a bit. It was really windy, so I didn't film much. I was going to try and film some writing and reading and whatnot, but it was so windy, I was overstimulated. I thought I'd sit down and show you the books that I got when I went to York, as I put them on my TikTok, but I didn't actually put any of the book purchase any of the book purchases in my vlog, so I thought I would show you. Firstly, and there's a bit of a backstory with this one. Not a backstory, but confusion. So I picked up 9 Liars by Maureen Johnson, which is part of the Truly Devious series. However, when I picked this up, I didn't know that. Classic Ray, I looked at the cover and I thought, that's stunning. I love that. It's autumn leaves, it's a thriller, and I thought, yep, I'm having that. It's going straight in my bag. It's book 5 of the series. I did not know this. So I got back to the hotel, looked it up and realised, yep, I need to read the other 4 books before this one, funnily enough. So then when we went back on the last day before we came home, I picked up Truly Devious, which is the first book of the series of the book beforehand. I had not heard of this one before. I'd not heard of the author or the series. I just, like I said with the other book, the cover just grabbed me, and then I read into it more, and it does sound like a cosy sort of crime kind of read, so I'm quite looking forward to getting to these. Obviously I'll read this one first, and then if I enjoy it, read the next before I get to book 5. I also picked up Mina and the Undead. I've heard a lot of people talk about this one. Chloe Bunny, who I follow, she's one of my favourite booktubers. I'm sure she read this a while ago, and I remember thinking, that is right up my street, right up my alley. So I'm looking forward to getting to this one. I might look at reading it maybe in October time for like a cosy Halloween read, but we'll see. I always say I want to get to a book, and I never actually get to it. So Bunny by Mona Award, again, not very good at pronunciations. This is one that I've wanted to read for quite a while. A lot of people say it's very similar to Heathers, or it has a very Heathers vibe, and I absolutely love Heathers, the film, the musical. It's a great story, so I'm looking forward to getting to this one. I just realised I'm going to have to shut my window because it's starting to get quite windy and my blind is blowing against the window and knocking everything. Hopefully that hasn't affected the beginning of this video. I also picked up Scorched Grace. This one was recommended to me by Kat from Criminally Good Books. That's where all these books are from. I didn't actually go into Waterstones or any other bookshop. I just went into Criminally Good Books because I thought, I have a Waterstones local to me. I didn't really want to go into the York Waterstones just because I know what's already in there. I know there's a few things that are probably in there that my local one might not have, but as I've already got one so close to me, I thought I'll wait and go into an independent bookstore as well. Always support your local independent bookstores. So yeah, this one was recommended to me by Kat. I know nothing about it, and I've not heard of it. I quite like the whole religious kind of, I don't think it's a trope. Is religion a trope? It's not a book trope. It's a theme within a book, religion. Especially when it comes to like crime, horror, thriller. I really enjoy things like that, so I know I'm going to enjoy this one. I also picked up Murder High by Lauren Munoz. Again, the surnames, I'm terrible at pronouncing them, I apologise. But I got Murder High. This one I've seen go around on TikTok quite a bit. And again, it's a dark academia kind of vibe. Sorry, I thought my dog had just been sick. It's a dark academia, it's a crime, it's a thriller, that's all I know. There's a lot of all I know about most of these books. But again, I think it's like I might save this for like a cosy kind of autumnal read. It sounds good. The bit of text at the top, there's not the subheading, the tagline, we're gonna call it a tagline, says it was only meant to be a game, and that has me so intrigued, so I'm looking forward to getting to this one. I also bought The Midnight Shift. This one, just look at that cover, it's so gorgeous. I was really intrigued with this one. I actually saw this when I went to Bookfest. If you know, you know. On one of the publishers' tables. So I did have a look at it, but I obviously didn't pick it up. And then I saw it again in Criminally Good Books, so I thought I need to pick it up because I would like to read a lot more translated books. I've read the Before the Coffee Gets Cold series, which I believe are also translated, which I really enjoyed. And lastly, I picked up The Lamb by Lucy Rose, and I got a signed copy. I did want to wait until the paperback came out because I've unhauled a lot of my paperbacks. Just realised my posture's absolutely terrible. Apologies for sitting like a shrimp. Yeah, I wanted to get the paperback, but again, Kat recommended me this one, and she said it was absolutely phenomenal, and it is one that's been on my, I keep going back to it. Whenever I've gone to Waterstones or if I've looked online, I've always gone back to The Lamb, so I definitely think I made the right choice picking this one up. I thought I would also show you what I got today when I went to Waterstones. I had my therapy session this morning that went all positive. I felt great afterwards. I went to the coffee shop and I said I'll have a little self-care day, so naturally that means go and buy some books. So I went in with the intention just to have a look, as you do, but I then thought, actually I'm going back to work next week. I thought I would go and get some books that I could read to my class. So these were the two that I found. This one is Maioa and the Sea of Words. Again, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I saw this on Waterstones when it first came out and it looks so good. It's something to do with, so I think Maioa, the main character, she jumps into different stories and different things start to happen, and it just sounded really sweet and really cozy. So I wanted to read that one anyway, but I am going to take it to work with me next week when I go back, and we're going to try and fit some time in to read it to the kids because I think they'd really enjoy this one, to be honest. I also picked up The Neverending Story because look at that cover again. I am a sucker for a good cover, hence why I bought book 5 of a series that I'd never heard of. I've not read this one, but I think my kids would, again, really enjoy it. I think I will enjoy it. They do like a fantasy, they like anything sort of magical. They are great when it comes to writing stories, so I think they'll appreciate these two that I've picked up, and even if they don't, I will. And for myself, I picked up Miranda Hart's I Haven't Been Entirely Honest With You. I read this at the start of the year and I absolutely loved it. I could not put it down. But I read it in hardback and I wanted to get the paperback so I could annotate it. The only books I tend to annotate are the non-fiction ones. I don't usually annotate my fiction books because if I want to give them to charity or if I want to sell them, I know some people don't mind buying annotated books, but 9 times out of 10 people may not. So, but the non-fiction I tend to annotate and then I tend to keep them because I like going back over and reading them. So yeah, that's why I bought this one, because it was one of my 5 stars. It was my first 5-star read this year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to going back into that and annotating it. And lastly, I bought myself some new little notebooks. Well, actually, these came as a 3. So there's one with fruits on it, which is squared paper. One with fungi, which is lined paper. And the last one is vegetables. Yeah. And this one, I think, is the plain, yeah, the plain one. So ideally what I wanted to start doing is, because I always take, whenever I go out, I always take a book with me, but I wanted to start taking a notebook with me. I watched a video about doom scrolling and how much we actually use our phones when we're out in public, like in coffee shops or waiting, you know, if I go shopping or something and I'm waiting in the car for someone, the amount of times I sit and just scroll, or I read if I bring my book with me. But I wanted to basically just get a small notebook that I can take around with me all the time, just so I can kind of stop that doom scrolling, even if I'm just writing or doodling, making notes, because I do want to get back into my writing. I do miss it. I do feel like I make excuses not to do it. So I thought I would buy myself 3, apparently, notebooks, and I'll take one with me. I might take one to maybe do some sketching in, which is the plain one, and then the lined one I'll probably just take for if I want to write some poetry or some affirmations or something. I don't really know what I want to use the squared one for, but I will find some sort of use for it. Maybe I'll do like a mini bullet journal or something. So yeah, that's everything I've bought recently. All the books that I've bought for myself. 2 of them are for my class. I feel like I've had a nice start to the day. Therapy for me, I'm always quite proud to say that I go to therapy. It's never a taboo subject for me. And it always makes me feel good afterwards. So I would say that's a good start to a self-care day, is going to therapy. And I'm very lucky that I do get to go. So I know not everyone, it's not always affordable for everyone. It's not always accessible for everyone. So I'm very grateful that I do get to do that. Yes, I'm gonna make a coffee and sit and read for a while. I just remembered I bought myself some cake, so I'm gonna have some cake as well. Do you want to say something to the camera? You have a lot of important things to say, don't you? Hi. Ow. Nails are so sharp. What are you crying for, huh? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hi. Good morning. It is now Wednesday and swallowed my hair. I'm just getting myself ready to go out. I'm going to see one of my friends today. We're going to have like a little reading day. We're going to sit in the garden, but I think it's just started to rain, so I also might have to rethink my outfit slightly. But yeah, that's all we're going to do today. Go for some lunch, have some reading time, and just have a catch up, which will be nice. I lost my earphones this morning. I have a feeling they might have fallen out on the bus yesterday, which is great. I have emailed the bus company to see if anyone's handed them in, but I highly doubt it. But we shall see. So that stressed me out this morning. Never mind. These things happen. Lesson learnt, you just need to be more careful. I did. Made it. After the absolute palaver with the buses. We're going to have a little bit of reading time, and then where are we going? Wimpy. We've got to go to the bank first because, yeah, card drama. And then we're going to Wimpy, have some late lunch, and yeah, just chilling with the dog currently.
Like,
look at him.
No, I'm done.
He's a good boy. Good morning, it is Thursday. I realised I didn't film much at all yesterday because obviously I went to my friends and yeah, we just had a little reading day, then we went for dinner, but it was a bit of a chaotic day yesterday because I lost my earphones. Update, actually found them. I don't even want to go into that. Buses were a nightmare. I had to get to a place that's about 20 minutes away from me on the bus, and it was chaos. There's road closures everywhere. Anyway, and then I went to visit my mum afterwards, so I didn't actually get home until about 9 o'clock, and by then I just thought I needed to get my makeup off, get my pyjamas on, and get straight into bed, which is what I did. I've got another day planned with one of my friends today, which is really nice. We're going out for coffee and get some bits to go back to work. We're both back to work next week in the school, so I've got some bits that I need to get. And then I'm going to get my hair cut later. I'm not doing much of it, just need to get the dead ends chopped off. And at some point I'll fit some reading in. And I realised I'm doing a week's vlog of my reading week, and I've not actually spoken much about my book that I'm reading. So I'll sit down at some point and have a chat, give you an update of what I'm feeling with it. I'm really enjoying it so far, actually. So I'm going to make myself something to eat, take Rocky out for a walk, and then I'll be more or less ready to meet Holly. So, oh, it went really dark then. So I've just got back from shopping. I realised I didn't actually film anything because it really started raining and it was quite busy in town. And I didn't actually really get anything that I thought was worth documenting. So yeah, I didn't manage to get anything new for work, unfortunately. During the night, might go to, we've got a local Home Bargains and TK Maxx. We might go there a little bit later. See what Halloween bits they have. Maybe have a look at the books. But yeah, apart from that, I'm gonna get my hair cut soon. My hairdresser's coming round, get these dead ends off. And then, yeah, looking forward to having a chilled rest of the day, to be honest. We didn't actually end up going to TK Maxx or Home Bargains because it started lashing it down with rain. So instead, I spent the rest of the afternoon having a tidy up after I'd had my hair cut, which made me feel 100% better. So we're just going to spend the rest of the evening maybe watching a film, just having a chill. Weather's not great today, to be honest. It's nice because we've needed the rain, but it's just meant that we've not been able to do much. But as for the wedding people so far, I am actually really enjoying it, and I wasn't expecting to enjoy it. Obviously this was the book that we picked at the book club this month. I didn't raise my hand for this one. I raised it for a thriller one, I think, but this one obviously won the votes. So I probably wouldn't have picked it up voluntarily, but I'm really glad that everyone picked it because I'm genuinely really enjoying it. I feel like when I'm reading it, I'm sitting in on a conversation between Phoebe and whoever she's talking to at the time. Phoebe being the main character. I'm just really getting on with it at the moment. The chapters are quite long, and I think if I was reading it in a physical copy, I would be getting probably quite frustrated. But I like that it's on my Kindle. I think a lot of my book club books are going to be on my Kindle, just so I don't buy all the physical copies. I might maybe buy a physical copy, but yeah, so far so good. I think I'm about 40% of the way through, maybe almost halfway through, but yeah, so far so good. Good morning. It is now Friday and I've actually had a bit of a later morning, which was nice because it's currently chucking it down with rain, and yeah, it's just really cozy vibes this morning. I'm really enjoying it. I don't have much planned for today because of the weather. There's not much I really need to do outside. I've got a few parcels to send, but I think I'll do that over the weekend. But I'm just gonna have a cozy day today, light some candles, do some reading. Obviously, once I've seen to Rocky, need to take him out. He hates going out in the rain. Pretty much just gonna stay in my pyjamas today, I think. Just something nice, easy and cozy to ease myself into the weekend. Lots of coffee, lots of candles, and hopefully lots of reading, because I feel like I need to make a bit of a dent in my book. enjoying your cosy day? Have a very needy dog today. He just wants constant love and attention. So my plans are, I've had some lunch, had a coffee. I think I'm going to sit and read for a little bit. Oh, sorry, you getting comfortable? Yeah, I'm going to put something on, maybe like a cozy film. And yeah, see if I can make a dent in this book. Looks like I'm not really going anywhere anytime soon. I am actually going to start reading, but it's just so cozy. He lays like this on the bed. He'll lay with his head on our pillow. He never really lays at the end. I hadn't actually filmed an ending to this vlog. I haven't done much since earlier. I've had some dinner. I've got my pyjamas. I say I've got my pyjamas back on. I've been in my pyjamas all day. But I've got some other pyjamas on. And I thought I would just say thank you for watching and coming along with me on my relatively mundane week. But thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.